Hello, and welcome to Unpopular Opinion, the show where you hear the ramblings of a madman, me. To any social justice warriors watching this video, have I triggered you? Good. That was my plan. While my reasonings for not liking this film are less stupid than sexism, they're still pretty bad. I mean, if I was a normal person, I'd probably enjoy it, but I'm kind of
retarded.
Anyone who watched Captain Marvel would probably argue that it wasn't amazing. It was pretty good. I like Captain Marvel as a character, and Brie Larson did a great job. Some of the dialogue and writing was pretty flat, but I mean, definitely not a huge problem for the film overall. I loved about 85% of this film. It wasn't until the third act that I considered seppuku. The best thing is the things that I hate about it could be edited out in like 5 seconds. You wanna know what it is? You really wanna know? It's the fucking cat.
Motherfucker.
The cute, stupid-ass cat is the worst plot point in Marvel history. This pissed me off more than the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
The Mandarin? See, it's not real.
Seriously, I hated it. Here are the reasons why I hate the cat. The problem is that no one treats it like a cat. Let's look at its journey and you'll see what I mean. First, it belongs to Dr. Wendy Larson when she works at Pegasus, the top secret facility. When she dies, the cat remains at the top secret Pegasus facility for 6 years. Let's forget the fact that we have no idea what it's been eating. How have the guards been dealing with it? Are they casual? Do they care? Do they ever wonder, why the fuck is that cat still alive?
Get the fuck out of our secret base!
Or do they even know? Maybe this cat is like Metal Gear and it's sneaking through the air vents in the records room. Maybe no one even knows it exists. The point is, how is it still there for 6 years? Then the cat acts as a stowaway on the ship that Nick Fury and Captain Marvel used to escape the facility. Then they have the bright idea to take the cat to fucking outer space.
Your plan is to leave the atmosphere in a craft not designed for the journey, and you anticipate hostile encounters with a technologically superior foreign enemy. Correct?
Why? Why wouldn't you leave the cat with the kid? There would be 50 scenarios before I brought that cat. If I thought it was a real cat and not some alien, there was no reason to bring it to space. I don't care if it scares Talos. Nick Fury using a cat as leverage is just pathetic. Lastly, at the end of the film, Nick Fury is left with the cat. What happens to the damn thing? Does he kill it? Does he give it up for adoption? What the hell does Nick Fury do with an alien cat? Nick Fury should want nothing to do with this cat. It makes zero sense. I know he liked it in the film, but this is just so out of his character that he would care about a cat, let alone an alien cat that clawed his eye out. I mean, let's just, all right, let's get into it. It makes Nick Fury look stupid. Nick Fury is the Batman, the James Bond, the MacGyver of Marvel comics and films.
DC Metro Police Dispatch.
This film does not do him justice. It seems like they focused more on jokes than his actual character they've developed over the last 20 films. I don't mind his role in the film, but I feel like he's barely acting in this film, at least not in the same way he was before. It undoes a lot of the coolest parts of Captain America the Winter Soldier, which is the film that developed most of his character.
That's what makes it an army, not a bunch of guys running around shooting guns.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Whoa! You need to keep both eyes open. Whoa.
They ruined that for me. They really did. There are 100 ways to make an interesting statement about this character through this scar. Then you find out that a fucking house cat did it. Was it worth the joke, Marvel? Was it? Many times Nick Fury loses an eye in a super cool way in the comics. Sometimes it's a grenade blast, an interrogation, it could be anything. But they did this. I don't mind the fact that they changed the Skrulls into being good guys when they're usually bad guys, or the gender-swapped version of Mar-Vell. I think they add to the stories and are interesting twists that really make sense. But fuck that cat! So, the number one thing that's been used against me in this argument is that it's in the comics, it's comic accurate, and yeah, that's true. The cat is, it's called Chewie in the comics as a nod to Chewbacca. and the fact that it's the offspring of Cthulhu. But yeah, it's a thing in the comics. But I know I'm usually the guy to point to the comics and go like, yeah, do that. But this time, no. No. The point is, just because it's comic accurate doesn't mean it's good. In fact, many comics are very, 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 very stupid. One notorious example is when at the time Miss Marvel was randomly impregnated while on a mission with the Avengers. She then gives birth to the baby that grows to a full adult by the end of the day. That child was also the same person that impregnated her. The alien made love to and then was birthed by Carol Danvers. So just a quick recap. Alien rapes Captain Marvel, then gets birthed by Captain Marvel, then grows up in a day, and then begins dating Captain Marvel. That happened. Here's the comic. It happened. Is that what you want to see in a sequel? I can call Kevin Feige. I will get that in the sequel if that's what you want. If you guys like stupid ass shit, I will get that in the sequel. I really enjoyed the movie until the third act. I think it will lead to a better sequel, and I think maybe the cat will be more durable or doable in space. I love the battles, the costumes, the aliens, the atmosphere, Brie Larson, Jude Law, all the performances just made it really great, and it made me read some Captain Marvel comics again, which is kind of neat. If you want to hear a more objective review, please check out my podcast, Source to Screen, on most places you get podcasts. That's iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, stuff like that. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys take care of your real cats, because this cat sucked.